on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. 25 yards to pick up there. Also a first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
7 yards on the play, and that'll make it third down.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
To throw, it's Carr. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he gets it down to the 32. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. So first possession, 4th and short. Field goal's no gimme from here. What do you think about going for it?
I'm not just thinking about it. I'm saying, go for it. Let's get this, all right? Yeah, look, you're right. You know, the field goal is there, but it's not a chip shot. My big thing is opening drive. You're trying to establish momentum. Let's not stall it ourselves. Let's go get this first down and then continue on downfield and try and get a touchdown.
I like your confidence.
Yeah, why not? Let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
And down he'll go at the 25. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Through an opening, and there he goes. 30, 10, the way in. Touchdown, New York. Javonte Herndon, 85 yards. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Winston to throw it this time. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. And his defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6. And just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them wiggly, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Very short kick. This will be taken. Well, a hit and a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Carr. This will be caught just inside the 10. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Shotgun now for Carr. This will be caught at about the 6. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Jameis to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they were able to get to him on it.
Wilson snags it left side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting through. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Second down following the run. Now Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over. But he ended up finding...
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now they go screen. It's complete. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 30 yards there.
After that nice game there, for the rest of the game, the defense will have to respect the running backs as passing threats as well. Not just play them strictly to run the football. They may be able to get downfield and catch it, too.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through it.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. On 2nd down, Freeman. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Javonte Herndon with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And he's got it up and through. Now it's Brinza to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. On 3rd down. That's Riley across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And New York set to take the field. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. For Kidder here, it's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he is knocked down from the side. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a second down throw for Winston. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Bucs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 15. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. Carr now on first down. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. On first down, Carr. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. First down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And Brinz's kick is good. Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Final play of the half here. Winston. Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 36. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And before we could even hear from Larry, we're back and ready to go in Week 5. That'll be taken in the end zone. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
15 yards through the air and a first down. Trying the right side with Howard. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They go with Howard again, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On 3rd down, that's Riley. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So the D-line's going to spread out. On 1st down, they run with Howard. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Slot man moves right. Now they'll run it on the toss. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Third and long for Winston. And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 22. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. A give to Howard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, it's Powell. Powell with a first down and more. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. They're down here in the 3rd quarter, trying to get something going to the outside there. Didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one. What a great play and tackle. As a strong safety, you know what you're taught? That you are a hybrid player. You've got to be able to play the pass back deep, but especially the run up close, almost like a linebacker. And on that play, he took care of every responsibility.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. Back now here on EA Sports. In the red zone this time.
6-18.
They'll run here with Freeman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Carr. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Julio Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on. To throw his Carr, and this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Now it's Brinza to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Now Jameis on second down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. Throwing now is Carr. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Julio Jones with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And this Jet offense starting to run away with this one. Now Brinza on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. it's Brinza to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. 81 yards. And the Bucs are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 1st down, Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now out come the Jets.
What's left? What's left? Express. Here we go. Go 6.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Jets on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Carr going to throw. That's caught by Meredith right side. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. This is fielded at the 27. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 3rd down, Winston eluding the pressure right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Von Miller able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And it is incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired. And hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. And his throw here's incomplete. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. They toss to Freeman. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Now Carr. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And the ball is knocked out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah,
not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. To throw, it's Carr. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. One last shot now for Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And that will write a finish to this ball game.